minerals, which are a critical sector of the economy in terms of their positive impact on development. Moreover, all these sectors have been relegated as Nigeria's macro and regulatory environment have not been conducive to significant and sustained private sector development. However, with the inception of the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, there has been a refocus on these sectors through the introduction of various public policies targeted at social economic empowerment, employment generation, social safety net, and poverty alleviation. The ultimate goal is for these sectors to become the main drivers of Nigeria's economy and growth so that we can truly have a diversified economy. You will agree with me that Nigeria possesses all it takes to facilitate positive trade with the rest of the world. However, for our country to take its rightful place in the global market, the goods we produce for export must be competitive in all the measurable standards of quality, cost, packaging, quality, safety, durability, etc. We must comply with international benchmarks and best practices and invest in skills, technology, and innovation, as well as provide a conducive and stable export policy environment. Over the years, the manufacturing industries has had to grapple with such infrastructural problems, such as frequent power outages. Such factors contribute to high cost of doing business in Nigeria, which of course hinders the growth of industries. Compounding the challenges of operating environment is the very high lending rate, interest rates, obtainable in local money markets, which is a huge inhibitor for industries to thrive. Let me add that our economy will not grow if we continue to neglect the risk sector, particularly the micro, small, medium-scale enterprises. Developed economy of the world thrives on cottage industries, who serves as feeder to those multinational and big ones. At the just concluded Nigeria Economic Summit in Abuja, I argued that I rather create 1,000 millionaires than 1 billionaire. Imagine if we have 20 million Nigerians, SMEs, MSMEs, that in turn employs maybe between even 3 and 5. You will notice that we will not be in the current problem that we now find ourselves. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me at this point share our experience here in Ogun State, which has enabled us to move Ogun State from a partial civil service state to the industrial hub of Nigeria and consequently increase our revenue generation. When our administration came on board 5.5 years ago, we laid out a clear policy to foster economic development through the mission to rebuild our dear state. And that mission is anchored on a 5 cardinal program of affordable qualitative education, efficient healthcare delivery, agricultural production that will lead us to industrialization, which I think is why we are all here today. Affordable housing and urban renewal, and by no means the least, rural and infrastructural development, which will bring out create massive employment for our teeming youth. Our belief is that a well-educated, healthy citizen, which are provided with necessary social amenities and infrastructure, will demonstrate a high level of productivity in their workplace. But it was clear to us from the beginning that government alone cannot finance our development agenda. Indeed, if we are going to get it right, if we are going to develop, it must be private sector driven. And for us to attract this private sector investment, we must create the enabling environment for businesses to thrive. And how do we unlock the potential that are inherent in all of this economic development that we've talked about? It will be through the catalysts that have been through empirical researches and what have you. The catalyst for development in any nation will have to be infrastructures. And what are the things that we call infrastructures? Of course, our roads, our rail, our power, our security, our environment. I can go on and on and on like that. So for us, the first thing to do is to make sure that we create an enabling environment by providing all this world-class infrastructure for us to attract the much needed investment to our place. To this end, of course, we were very hungry for development and we were resolute, and that is why for us it is not just about maybe just saying we want to do financial re-engineering. Any financial re-engineering that is not supported by a conducive atmosphere, by development in our infrastructures will not lead to anything. But we have good story to tell because we have continued to reap the benefits of our prudent financial management and re-engineering. We have been able to move our IGR from a modest 700 million monthly, which we inherited at the beginning of this administration in 2011, to over 6 billion per month up to year 2014. Though currently, because of the recession, it's now reduced to maybe about 4.8, 4.9. But we are working hard to go back to where we are from. Indeed, to even surpass that. We believe we should not just maybe be focused on generating revenue alone, but we must also ensure that the revenues that so generated are put to good use by adopting world best practices in our procurement process and service delivery. As of now, our state is only second to Lagos State in the ratio of monthly internally generated revenue and the monthly FAC allocation being given to us. Let me say that the result of our creating an enabling environment had yielded fruit, and that is because the World Bank ease of doing business rating, this subnational rating that they did, confirmed that Ogun State has moved from the 35th position when we were sworn in 2011 to one of the 4 in Nigeria when the thing was conducted. Now, of course, we did this bearing in mind that if you are going to get it right, yes, we must have this private sector participation. I'm happy to report that about 423 major companies and industry are presently operating in the state, while over 100 new significant companies have opened shops since the advent of our administration. But let me add, when you look at the numbers that I've just mentioned, these are companies that have invested in excess of $200 million, some over $2 billion, some $4 billion. And I'm happy that the Vice President is here. Anytime I have opportunities like this, I must say it, that please, we are supporting the special, I'm personally supporting special status for Lagos State. While doing that, I'm also craving for your support, and I'm sure all of you are here, that today in Nigeria now, we have the highest number of industries in Nigeria. And what does that mean for us? It means that when they are now distributing money for us from the federal purse, those non-oil, Ogun State now ranks only, and I'm saying it publicly, maybe second to Lagos in area of VAT, withholding tax, and what have you. Even the duties that they pay at the ports, because all of those companies, they import these things, they are in Ogun State. They may have their head offices in Lagos. All of the money that they generate them from Ogun State, and by extension, they generate that to the purse of the federal government. So the situation where, as we speak, we are now 26th when they are distributing this what I call battery, because that's where we find ourselves now. Money that allocation that comes from Abuja, Ogun State is still about 26th, whereas we should be second in terms of those money coming from non-oil. We should be second only to Lagos. So I think something should be done. So officially, we've been like that. I think in the past maybe 2.5 years, we are the industrial capital of this great country of ours, Nigeria. So therefore, in rounding up, as we are gathered here today, it is expedient that we come up with more cutting-edge approaches and workable recommendations through which the federating units and the nation as a whole can enhance and have optimal expenditure that will increase service delivery to the people. The solutions are in us, so we must truly begin to think out of the box. Let us see this forum as an opportunity to transform this country from a monolithic economy into a broad-based and diversified economy. As we go into the plenary session, I urge you to dwell on the strategic and critical steps needed to reform our commercial and industrial procedures, to identify the keys to unlocking Nigeria's long-anticipated industrial revolution, without which Nigeria will not attain its rightful place in the global market. As I draw this address to a close, I would like to commend the federal government's economic management team, in particular, His Excellency the Vice President, who is the head of the economic team, and all the honorable ministers who are working around the clock to provide solutions to the current economic challenges. The truth is, you jump in at the deep end. These are very, very challenging times. I therefore enjoin all Nigerians to continue to support the federal government in its bid